Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our March business update, monthly business update. We are excited to be here with everybody today. I think we've got a great call ahead for everyone. Look, some great performances there in the lead up to this. So congratulations to all of our top performers from February. And we've got some good performances happening this month as well. Some of those pictures from the celebrations in the store for Team Member Appreciation Day and for St. Patrick's Day. Always great. We love to see all the pictures. So thanks for always sharing those. A couple of shout outs. There were some nice anniversaries. Congratulations to Owen and Leland, 5 years with the organization. So that's very exciting. Congratulations, guys. And then we had Todd Turner with the company, 15 years. And John Pecuni's 25 years. That's awesome. So congratulations for that time with the company. Certainly, I think I say this every time, but you've seen a lot in those 25 years, and we're grateful for everything that I'm certain we're learning from you every day. So thank you so much for all of those years of service to everybody. And there were some cool promotions there at the end, and we're going to talk about some other cool promotions that just happened here in a few minutes. So there's all sorts of good stuff to talk about today. All right, so let's talk about what we've got coming up. We talked about the celebrating and performance. We are going to jump right into this kind of the quick reminder around structure updates here in just a second. We're going to take a look at our AOP and where we are for Q1, which I think you'll be pretty excited to see what we've accomplished, because it's been a lot. And when I say we, I really mean all of you, because you guys are the ones that are making it happen. And this first quarter has been outstanding in terms of what we've been able to achieve. Not only getting things done, but it's a pretty darn good quarter from a performance to our P&L and our financial information as well. So super job with that. We're going to talk about Balloon Month coming up, because that's April. So we've got Amanda and Christine here chatting about that. We've got Powering Achievement updates that Mary's going to take us through. And we've got just kind of a recap of some things that are going on, some cool things that you're seeing in the stores and things that are coming up. Before I jump into kind of the regional update, just a quick shout out. We were going to start the call with the big loud, I think it's called Loud Alert Sound is the actual name of this. And I just want to do a quick call out to store 5178 and Jasmine and her team in Clarksville, Indiana, because they opened a ticket on this saying that they were being traumatized by this super loud sound. One, Jasmine, we have a sense of humor here, and we loved that ticket. So like made our day. And we're also fixing that sound, because then when we played it to hear what was going on in the store, we all ducked and took cover as well. So we are going to fix that. So you guys will see an adjustment coming to that. So, but we thought we'd have a little bit of fun with that. Anyway, it was, yeah, that was exactly the way they sounded. Why did the sound change to the purge alert? I don't know. It just happened. So anyway, we're fixing that. So no one has to duck and roll anymore when you hear the alert sound. All right. I think we talked about this on a previous call, but just a reminder, and then this will dovetail into some of the people changes we've made. This is a look at our new regional alignment that will become effective in the second quarter. So actually everything will change on Monday, April 1st. So even though everything is effective on Sunday, March 31st, we actually will make the changes on Monday afternoon, so that all the reports that run on Sunday and Monday morning for the month to date for March will still fall under the old alignments. That's just going to keep it easier for everybody to kind of see where it's going. For the stores, I mean, you guys are getting your data more or less from your store. We'll probably report any like the trend reports and stuff like that under the old alignment for that day, for that week. And then everything going forward will be in the new alignment. It's probably going to come down to a timing thing. So if that changes, that's why. If it looks exactly like it did, then it's because we're trying to hold it there so everybody knows what the old alignments are. For stores, you will see all of your district numbers change. So we'll get that communicated so that everybody sees what the new alignments are and what district number you have, but it does change now to fall. It is a 3-digit district number like it was before. We do start each district number with the region that you're in. And then we've simplified it. So it's just now 1 through 7, and then 1 through 14 in Region 5. So you guys will see that as part of the alignment updates and changes that will be coming on April 1st. All right. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Bill because we've got some promotions that go with this regional alignment, and these are all very exciting things to talk about. So Bill, I'll let you take it from here and also talk AOB, or AOP. So you can talk AOB as well, because I'm sure that'll be in there. So anyway, Bill, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Hello, everybody. Good to be here today. All right. Well, listen, guys, it's been a long road, but I'm super excited to share our new field leadership structure. Will be official as of 3/31, just in time for Q2. A huge thank you to Chris and Mary, Loretta, Ehab, all of you guys, and many others for your support getting us across the finish line. Really, really excited for this. I want to take a few, moments this morning / this afternoon to announce and celebrate our 4 new senior regional directors here at Party City. So first and foremost, we've got Vanessa Guzman. She will be the SRD for the Northeast in Region 1. Vanessa joined Party City in 2022, and she had the basically northern New Jersey and Hudson Valley, New York markets. And she excelled in that role. Prior to PCHI, Vanessa worked for Staple for nearly 20 years. And she spent a ton of time over those 2 decades in various multi-unit roles. So congratulations, Vanessa. She's actually here today. Doug Braun will be the SRD for the Mid-Atlantic, Region 2. Doug is promoted from his role as Director of Store Operations, bringing with him, his extensive knowledge and experience on both the front and back end of our retail operation. Doug's been with Party City since 2014. He previously held DTL and Regional Operations Directors roles within the organization before transitioning to store ops in 2020. So Doug, congratulations to you. I'd also like to introduce Mark Motley, who is our newest member of the team. Mark will be the SRD for the Southeast region, Region 3. Mark has held several multi-unit leadership positions throughout his retail career. Recently, he served as the Director of Operations for Goodwill in South Florida. Before that, Mark worked for 10 years at Gap Incorporated as a Senior Regional Director for the Eastern U.S. So, Mark, welcome to the team. I know you're going to do great things. Super excited to have you. And then finally, Mark Zimborski will be the SRD for the Upper Midwest and PA territory, which is Region 4. Mark joined PCHI 5 years ago as a DTL in North Jersey before relocating to Philadelphia, and brings with him an additional 15 years experience from Toys R Us. Mark's a tremendous asset to the field and has certainly delivered best-in-class results since being with our organization. And then you guys know Loretta. Loretta Gutierrez is our RVP for Region 5, which includes the West Coast, the central part of the country, the Rocky Mountain region, and then parts of the Southwest and South, including Texas. Loretta is going to be a phenomenal mentor for our 4 SRDs. And we certainly appreciate everything that Loretta has done for the organization over the last 4 or 5 months. She's really stretched herself, and we appreciate you, Loretta. So with that, you guys join me in congratulating these 5 leaders on their new assignments. Pretty exciting. And they will take role effective 3/31 for the start of Q2. And as Chris mentioned, our alignments will go into effect that same day. And so our business partner reporting relationships, as well as all of you guys in the DTLs, will all shift at that time. So congratulations, you guys. Really proud and happy for everyone involved. All right, with that, we're going to transition into our AOP. I want to give you just a quick update on how things are progressing, because can you believe it? We're already rounding out the first quarter. It's been a wild ride so far this year. On the next slide, we have the Party House, which is essentially our purpose, our strategy, our promise. It includes our 4 strategic imperatives, which you guys have seen multiple times already. You guys know we enable all of this in stores and have our hand in everything, which is really exciting. This thing will go as we go, and you guys are playing a critical role in all of that. So, sort of transitioning to our goal plan, we were able to walk you through last month, our quarter 1 goal plan and all of the responsibilities that you have, that we have, and that we have collectively, and how we were going to go after this thing. And over on the right, I hope you find a lot of pride in what you're seeing here. In terms of our actions for our quarter 1 expectations, we have satisfied everyone. There has been a lot of hard work that has gone into us accomplishing all of this quickly. So a huge high five across the board from stores, STLs, DTLs, store operations, our HR and TA partners. Everyone has just been an AP. Everyone has just been incredibly supportive and working really, really hard. So thank you guys. I do want to share really quick. I had a chance to talk to Dan Lamadrid, who's our Chief Financial Officer. And if you guys, haven't had a chance to spend any time with Dan, he's just really impressive, and he's just a great support system for us and certainly for me. But he was telling me the other day in our one-on-one, he's like, Bill, like, the stores are just killing it. He's like, the speed in which you guys are going after, the business, our priorities as an organization. He's like, you guys are setting the pace for everyone. And, you're sort of a beacon or a North Star for how all cross-functional teams in this organization should be responding, behaving, the aggressiveness. And so, guys, that's all you. I mean, what you've done collectively as a team, within these first few months of the year, just kudos. My hat goes off to you guys, to get that type of recognition from someone who sees all of it. Is super, super exciting. So thank you for all your effort. It's really making a huge difference. We're setting the pace, right, for Party City, which is really, really cool. All right, on the next slide, we have a preview here for our quarter 2 goal plan, which will be released as we kick off the quarter. As we mentioned to you guys on the last call, we're really trying to hone in by quarter so that everyone can, move in lockstep, in unison. We're all calibrated, and we also can simplify the plan so that it's not too much at once. So I'm going to highlight just a few things that are new for quarter 2, that we haven't seen yet in our quarter 1 goals. So the first is owning Halloween and winning in kids through store preparedness, item availability, and accurate inventory management. Listen, Halloween is going to be an early set. We'll start digging into Halloween at the end of quarter 2 and really, getting that off the ground, which is exciting. We've got a big grad season in advance of that. And I think all of our hard work in balloons is going to set us up well for an epic grad season and probably our best ever. I do want to highlight one thing on this bullet, which is winning kids. The kids business is struggling right now. And so I would appreciate if you have any thoughts or ideas above and beyond just basic process execution, aim, purging, filling your floor, recovering your floor. If you guys have some ideas around what we could do to essentially, ignite that business in a different way, please share that with your DTLs. DTLs share that with your SRDs, Loretta and myself, as well as store ops. Lots of folks interested in what we could maybe do differently in kids. There's some great plans coming, some new products, some real cool innovation stuff. But if we could give it a little shot in the arm over the next few months, that would be, I think, helpful. So just kind of an FYI on that. The second, I want to highlight inspire customers with compelling displays and accurate fulfillment. So pretty straightforward MPP execution, making sure that, our BME is being executed, which has been a big win for us. And so let's kind of shift over to the actions really quick on this one. So we've got a big month in April with balloons. We're going to set the new balloon POG. And so the wave and wall will all be completed, as well as the department in our next gen and next gen lights. We are going to execute helium management training in stores. We are going to implement a balloon guarantee program where our customers will be compensated if we are not on time with our balloons. So very important that you get your team engaged there. We've got to be on time. And then we will begin preparations for our Halloween set, and executing that. So, lots coming at us, big balloon month, big grad season, and then already the beginnings of Halloween. So, let's lean in and make sure we execute well there. Next one. All right, so CRM and loyalty, driving add-on selling behaviors in store. Listen, over in Actions, we've got team members driving our new QR code for customer acquisition, and then, continuing to follow up to ensure that we're capturing every email at POS. We've talked about this in length. We've got to improve traffic in our stores, and the way that we do that, as store teams, is to get customer information and data so that our marketing team can get after it, which they've been working hard. I do want to share this just as a kind of an FYI. It's kind of exciting. But we have 6 districts in the company that we are piloting a team member incentive. So that would be team members, key holders, and leads, so that they can have some equity in growing this business. And we're trying a lot of different things with this pilot. Every district has a different plan with different goals, with different payouts. So we're going to try to find the secret sauce on this, but the 6 DTLs and the STLs, in those districts all understand that, they've got the weight of the world, right, on their shoulders, because the success of this pilot will determine, if and how we can move forward. We're going to sunset the pilot at the end of Q2 and evaluate the results to make sure that we really truly understand how things went, what could be done better, what could be done differently, what went well. But I did want to give everyone a heads up on that we are exploring these things, because it's important that we have everyone engaged in building this brand. And so, kind of tying quickly to adding on selling, or the add-on selling behavior, that's going to be at the core in these 6 districts of what we're trying to drive with this incentive plan. Different behaviors, evolved behaviors, transformed behaviors through engagement with the customer, through selling, through adding to the basket, through better process and standard execution. So kind of an FYI, but you guys can start getting ahead of this and really helping us move toward this, because a selling culture and a very customer-centric culture is the future of our organization. All right, next one. Okay, so for the in-store experience, establishing LOD culture across all stores via tools and change management. You guys all saw the LOD rollout and have talked through that with your DTLs on this week's call. I just want to add one thing. I thought Leslie and Vanessa did an awesome job rolling that out through the STL PartyCast. There is one quick note I want to mention that I want to make sure I emphasize, and that is LOD is about role clarity. That's at its core what it helps achieve. And so I think I've shared this example with a few of you, but I'm just going to share a quick example, because I hear a lot, and I heard it again this week from an STL. Well, what about Tuesday when there's just 2 of us and it's a low volume store? Like, that's when LOD is most important, right? So on Tuesday, when there's only 2 or 3 of you in the store, that's when you're practicing for Friday or Saturday. So I was in a store and I saw this, and a DTL on the call, they were with me, they know. There was it was a busy Friday. There was a cashier who was in need of assistance, and there was a balloon lead who was there to work on balloon production. That was why they were scheduled that day. They were blowing up balloons, getting orders ready. The cashier asked the balloon lead for help. The balloon lead, of course, came over and helped the cashier and helped solve the issue with the customer, and was with them for 5 minutes or whatever it was, and didn't think much of it. And then a couple minutes later, I'm still chatting with the STL up front, and I look over and the cashier calls the balloon lead over again for another question. And so this is an example of where we have misalignment and we lose role clarity. That balloon lead that day was there to produce and to get balloon orders done. And instead, that balloon lead is doing the right thing and helping a peer or helping a team member. In an environment where we have LOD, that would have never happened. The cashier would have said, LOD, I need help on register 2, or whatever that looks like. And the LOD, who's the orchestrator, would have come up and would have helped the cashier. And our balloon lead in that scenario would have kept doing what? Getting balloons and bouquets produced and getting orders fulfilled, right? And so there's an efficiency to this. There's a role clarity component to this. There's everyone knowing their role. If you think about a sports team, If the running back tries playing the wide receiver's role or the quarterback's role or the defensive end's role, we got a problem, right? Role clarity is important for success. And so that's what LOD is all about at its core. And so I want to make sure that you guys understand that. Teach your teams to call for the LOD, not to call for Vanessa or Doug or Mark, right? Using that vernacular is going to set the stage for success, and really getting this culturally, having this be culturally additive to the way that we run our businesses. So just kind of a quick tip on that. STLs and team leads certified as LOD. We've got those plans in place. DTLs are certifying STLs right now, and you guys will certify your teams in April. Phase 1 of the store item locator system will be implemented. We will start with offsite storage in our back rooms. It's already off the ground in Rockaway. We're having a lot of success thus far. I saw some more screenshots this morning or yesterday from Craig. Guys, this is going to be big for us, and I'm super excited for it. So coming to a store near you soon. And then the model store program initiated DTLs to identify and select one per district. So listen, by the end of Q2, DTLs, make a little note. It's on your goal plan or highlight it, star it. You should have at least one model store in your district. And if you have next gen and legacy, you should have one of each in your district by the end of the quarter, so that we can really showcase those stores for training and education. And that is not something we've done in the past. So your help there is appreciated. Next one. Number 4. All right, profitability. Okay, so we've got delivering on labor expectations and aligning to new store structure. I think we've got good plans for both of those. And kudos on the way you've managed payroll. I appreciate it very much. Reduction of offsite storage in 24 is the one I want to highlight. So listen, let me just say this. By the end of Q2, we are going to have physically STLs and DTLs validated and have seen with our own 2 eyes every offsite storage unit, container, and pod that we have and that we're paying for. So you have 3 months, giving you the warning shot here. You have 3 months to execute this. I would recommend it's before grad or right after grad, depending on when grad falls for you. But if you guys could do me a favor, get to these facilities. If you have 3 pods you're paying for and you go to the facility, open up each of the 3 pods and take a picture on your phone of each of the 3 pods. Chris is going to work with the store ops team, and we're going to create a repository through Party Central. The number of pods, containers, or offsite storage units you have will align with the number of pictures you submit. And we will have visual evidence in a repository of everything that we own. Once we know that we've got everything, because guys, let me tell you, we've got pods out there we didn't know we have, or we don't know we have. That's a problem. We've got brand new reporting that is helping us execute this. It's amazing reporting. It's all based on accounts receivable. We've got a new locator system coming that is going to give us physical locations of all of this. And we're going to have you personally validate it and see it and take pictures of it. So now we know what we have, and from there we can start getting rid of it. And when you open some of these containers, especially those of you who are new to the company and have not seen them yet, they're going to shock you. You're going to see fixtures that we don't need anymore, cardboard that we need to just toss, product from 2016 that is all disposable because none of it's been accounted for, none of it's been accounted for. It's already been shrinked out. And it's trash, right? And it's going to be crazy what some of you find, but at the end of the day, it's good. We can reconcile it. We can know what we have, and then we can start to eliminate it. So please, please, please help us here, because this is one area where, as a collective team in stores, we can really impact our EBITDA and our margin through expense savings. So thank you. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm throwing a curveball at Chris real quick. A couple quick things on the actions. Change management implementation for workforce management, that's rolling. Captains, we have identified. So for workforce management, that's going to be Cyril Thomas. So congratulations, Cyril. Grad packaway work to completion. We all know this. And then pilot new store level incentive program for sales, for driving sales. I also want to just give a shout out to Melissa, who's our POS pilot sponsor, Gadeski. So 2 of our STLs getting an opportunity to do more. Congratulations to both of them. All right, and then last but not least, talent and culture, strategic use of succession planning process in all districts and stores with development plans to team lead level, and then KPI performance reporting to create a culture of goal achievement and improve performance. We walked SRDs through that today. That starts rolling at the end of this month. We are good to go for Q2 for our KPIs. We've got trends, we've got ranks are back. We've got sales data by category. We've got everything you guys need to be great business owners and to speak to your business and to drive your business. So really excited for that. Our monthly succession planning updates will commence. I am excited at every level. We are now locked and loaded to continue to focus on our talent and the development of our talent. So we are all calibrated there. We will continue to review store structure outliers and continue to get to structure as a team. And finally, A players. We've got to surround ourselves with the best talent. And guys, we got to eliminate red stores. And we had a long discussion today with the team about that. And I know many of you are working hard to do that, and many of you have already done that, so thank you. But we've got to have great environments for our teams to work and for our customers to shop. So that's essentially our Q2 goal plan. Like Q1, lots to do, but I have full confidence in this team, and we will get this knocked out and continue to set a strong foundation for our future and for some of our busiest seasons of the year. We're going to kill grad, we're going to kill Halloween, and it's going to be absolute gangbusters for us. And remember, guys, Q1 for us was our toughest quarter in 2020, was our toughest quarter to comp, will be our toughest quarter to comp for 2024 via 2023. Q1 in 23 was our best quarter, and it just got worse and worse throughout the year. So now we're going to kind of go the other way. We're going to start off with a tough comp, which, by the way, we're making budget for the quarter, which is fantastic. Bonuses, bonuses, bonuses. And then it's going to get easier and easier as we go through the year. So I'm excited for what's to come, and I hope you guys are as well. But thank you for the time today. Great seeing all of you and chatting, and I look forward to seeing you guys out in the field. So thanks. Well, I'll turn it over to Mandy.
Hey, everybody. How are you? I think that, you guys just heard everything that Bill was talking about as he walked through some of the party house. And so you really do know that balloons fall under the priority of distinctive innovation. We really do have a strategic priority to build repeat business, right? And we want to make sure that we're doing that by inspiring our customers. And what does that really mean to you guys, right? There's a goal where we are going to rule balloons by developing trained experts motivated to sell. What you guys have done this year so far is absolutely phenomenal, right? This year, over 44% of our transactions contain inflated balloons. That's a gigantic number. It's up over 10% from last year. So we see what you're doing is actually working, and we are driving sales in our stores. So how do we best ensure that we continue to drive towards our goal this year? And that means we are going to focus on balloon readiness in the month of April, right? We're going to show you new product, new process, new planning, and you're going to see a lot of balloons in April, guys. So this was intentional. We made a very intentional decision to concentrate in April so that we could ramp up standards and preparedness for graduation, right? So I think one of 5 things we want to talk about here, right? We want to be ready. So there's a couple things you're going to see. Next week, you're going to get a pre-grad prep task, right? That's super important. We want to make sure that we have the balloon bags that we need to hit through grad. We want to make sure we have all of the supplies that you guys need for success and making it as easy as possible on you and your teams. Then there's going to be something a little bit different that we think is really cool that we wanted to tell you about. And that's our STL self-assessment guide, right? We are going to make sure that you have an opportunity to get your balloon department 100%, right? So this is a 30-question survey that you are able to walk through, very similar to what a Set for Success guide looks like at New Year's that your DTLs usually walk through with you. And this allows you to really make sure your store is set right and so that you have a really easy grad season. You're going to see that between April 1st and April 15th, right? And then what's going to happen April 15th is you're going to have this big, massive set, right? And Christine Mazzares is with us today. She's going to walk through all this really cool new product that she's brought for you guys. And I think as you do that set, what's going to happen when you're finished is that the DTLs are going to come into your stores and they're going to be able to do a really easy, thorough guide visit. And there's a real big intention there to make sure that once you set your planogram, that you haven't broken everything that you did when you made sure you were to standard the 2 weeks prior, right? We know it's really easy to get everything, it's perfect, it looks really great. And then all of a sudden we reset the planogram and we break down some of those things. And so this is going to make sure that at the end of April, you are in stock, you understand the process, all of your teams understand the process. And I just need to stress, nothing is new on this assessment. Nothing in here should surprise you. This is all our regular standards that you're just easily walking through. The next thing you're going to see in April is we're going to execute some change, right? There's some new processes. We heard what you said, right? The air-filled minis, we're getting rid of them. So we are going to have a disposal of the racks in Next Gen and in legacy stores. So you can get rid of those. We are going to have disposal of product to bring in new innovative designs that Christine is going to talk through. And then there's a really cool thing that we've all been wanted for quite some time, and that is that high float is going to be included in the sale of all latex balloons. So no longer are you going to have to ring it up separately. It is just going to be in the cost, and the expectation is going to be that you are putting it in every latex that you sell. That's going to help us get to standard, right? There's a lot of updated resources that you're going to see. You're going to see updated standards that are just new, but not really new information, just easier for you to access. And then you're going to see that every time your DTL comes in the store, they're going to start their visit in balloons, right? So we really want to lean in, make sure that we are making that experience amazing, not only for the customer, but also for your team member. We don't want frustrated team members in there that don't have the right supplies or don't have the things to make it easy for their customer. And in that same thought, we're going to have some new tech resources, right? So you're going to see some really cool new apps. There is a balloon supply cycle count app that is going to be coming out in April. That's going to help you make sure that you get all your counts in. Today, you're doing that separately. You're scanning a sheet of paper. This is going to be really cool because you can go right into Party Apps, get into that app, scan those items. It's going to tell you what you missed. Just in case, you missed the balloon bag, well, it's going to let you know that you missed the balloon bag. So really cool information there. And then we're going to create some knowledge, right? We're going to have training modules to help create a selling culture in the store. There's also the Helium modules that Bill was referencing earlier. So all new Party School modules to help you and your team sell the BME bouquets. With that, you're going to see an installation of updated graphics. And this is a big one. It's a lot of graphics. The team worked really hard this year to bring some amazing graphics into the store. And I think this deserves a cheer here because in our legacy stores, we are going to be getting rid of those terrible plexiglass holders that are at the end of the counter. I know it is like, those are damaged everywhere. Everybody wants new ones. So they're going to have the same signage. We're going to have consistent signage across the board in Next Gen and in Legacy. And then you're going to see alignment on the BME program, right? Today, we have it in store for grab and go. Then we're going to see it on the web experience. And we are also going to be able to see in store where we can sell it, not as a grab and go, but we're going to be learning those techniques to be able to upgrade our customers' 5-piece package bouquet into one of our BME bouquets. And then the last thing is really just driving innovation, right? There's a couple things here. We are going to be expanding our DoorDash Marketplace inflated balloon experience. So right now, the #1 search term on DoorDash is inflated balloons, and we do not have it across all doors. So we are looking to expand that. We also know that that AOV is significantly higher in the inflated balloon DoorDash customer. So we want to make sure that we can do that to help drive business into your stores. And then we're gonna have balloon gifting on the web. And so we're working on that. It's not too many details there, but we're gonna be able to see how you can create that balloon bouquet and make it a gift for your customer. And so with that, what I want to do is I want to hand over to Christine so that she can talk through all those new SKUs that are going to help drive up your #1 category.
Hey, hi, everybody. I'm excited to talk to you all today, and I just wanted to start by saying a tremendous thank you because balloons had an amazing Q1, and there is no way we would have had those sales without each and every one of you on those calls. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are going to continue driving that business. So the first thing you'll see on the top of the slide is a snippet of some of the new signage, and you can see the purpose of this signage is really to bring BME to life. It's showing standard, deluxe, and premium. And you can see that kid's smile is getting bigger and bigger as he gets to premium. He's more Mario as he goes along. So we're really driving home all of the hard work you guys have already started for BME in-store signage so the customer knows this is available, you know, maybe asks you about it. How do I plus up to premium? And I know you guys are experts on it. Real quick for BME, last week, the formats that are part of BME were up 13% in sales to last year, which, I mean, imagine if the whole store is up 13%. So it's amazing. And you guys are selling about 9 bouquets on average per store, which the AOV of these bouquets is so much higher than the department average. It has really helped driving us our comp here in Department 101. Next, down below, you'll see some of our newness, which I'll talk you through. The first is a brand new format from our friends at Anagram that is complete innovation. It exists nowhere in the marketplace, first to market for Party City. It is launching on an end cap, and it is an insider balloon. So some of you who are more familiar with balloons out there in the specialty channel, there's stuffed balloons, which are basically balloons inside of a clear balloon. This is done fully through foil and clears technology. It's a double inflation, but it gives you that look of a stuffed balloon much easier than using like an actual stuffing machine, which is what balloon specialists are doing. So we're excited about that. We're going to lead it on an end cap and really drive that home. The second has come to life really because of our store associates. Whenever I go into stores and say, what are people looking for that we don't have in our assortment? It's sentiments. It's thank you, feel better, congrats, etc. So we are heavily leaning into that. We have never had 5-piece package bouquets and sentiments before. We have 8 new ones coming, as well as standards and super shapes for your wall and wave or your next gen store. So right away, you guys can get these onto the table for BME, especially congrats. That's our #1 sentiment that we sell. It's designed really to be able to hit that $29, $39, $49 price point. And it also plays into what Mandy was talking about for the website that we'll be leaning into gifting as well, because these are great occasions to gift balloons to someone for. The third one, I cannot wait for you guys all to see the new designs we have for general birthday. We have a tremendous amount of newness. It is actually our #1 category on our wall for super shapes is just our general birthday themes. We have 7 new themes, including 3 orbs. We know how much you guys need orbs. You're going to get influx with these new designs and allow you to get, you know, your BME tables full. 2 airwalkers, which is a new format, which does not require weights. And then there's Spanish language, happy birthday balloons, which will be on the wall and wave for about 200 stores. Possibility to expand, but we're starting with 200. And we'll see where we go from there. 2 really great designs. The fourth bucket of newness we have is juvenile. In 2023, we really had almost nothing new for Mylar, and you guys we still had a great year. We have a lot of newness coming in juvenile that we have matched on our foil side. We showed Stitch there. I don't know if you guys are aware, you're probably hearing it in stores. It's one of the most frequently missed searches we have is for Stitch. We have an Airwalker, Super Shape, Standard, and Bouquet. So we can make all of our Stitch enthusiasts happy. There's a spa party, a puppy party, a glow party. So a lot of great newness and a lot of things which we know have been on your wall and wave and are just not selling. Those are part of disposal. You don't have to pack them up or do anything with them. They'll be disposed of to make room for all of this newness. The last bucket is our weights. We continue to try to push balloon gifting. You guys, if you're on the website, you're going to keep seeing that. It's heavily in our marketing. And as part of that, we're trying to upgrade our assortment of weights for the customer who's using balloons as gifts. So we have eco-friendly weights, which are made of bamboo, trying to, lean into the sustainability model a little bit, as well as photo frame weights, which are great for, think anniversary parties, using a weight as a centerpiece, graduation, they'll be in time for, great again to tie your bouquet to on the center of a table with a picture of your grad in it. So we will make sure that those are in the win the season direction on our grab and go tables. And, we can continue to encourage our customer to try to, price up to that premium bouquet versus our opening price point foil weight, which is included. So like I said, thank you for everything you guys have been doing. I'm so excited for you to see all this newness. I think it's just gonna fly off the shelf. So thanks so much, and I'll pass it back to Mandy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Christine mentioned that you guys needed orbs and there is some new ones coming in. However, we also wanted to talk bouquets made easier because we know you need even more orbs. And so we're going to be sending in anywhere up to 9 orbs in stores. We are going to add a flex section at the end of your planogram so that you can bring in these orbs and you can use them specifically for creation of BME, right? So we're thinking a little differently here. We heard you, we know that you need them. And so we wanted to make sure we could get them. In order to get them created in the colors that you have today, there's an 8-month process to create the film for the box. How do we get them orbs and get them the things that they want that are going to help drive sales? And so we were able to acquire these and get them out for your stores. So expect to see that coming soon. All right, guys, that's it for balloons for April. I am going to hand it over to Mary.
I love that navy. That navy is awesome.
Cool stuff. Hey, before I hand it over to Mary, just want to circle back on balloons. So some really, really good stuff that is coming our way. Me personally, I love the Stitch balloon that's coming. That'll be fun in the store. So look, I can't stress enough how important this upcoming month is and all the things that Amanda talked through, the coolness and the newness that Christine talked through. And then really being able to fill some gaps with the orbs that Amanda was just talking about. Executing those things are really going to set us up to start Q2 off really strong. So, thinking back to what Bill was talking about, we have a tremendous opportunity as we get into the second quarter to really amp up the sales and really get ahead of the curve, because we definitely have an opportunity from a budget standpoint the rest of the year to get that. And, as the plan kind of goes and increases throughout the year relative to comp, we're going to need these balloon sales in addition to the rest of those everyday categories. So you thinking with that in mind, how we get our team fired up about our AOP and what's in front of them, it's really taking it down to our team member level and making sure our team leads, our key holders, as well as every person on the sales floor understands what our goals and what we are trying to achieve is all about. And that's where powering achievement comes in. So we can sit here and talk all day about strategy, but if our team isn't engaged in that and understands that they play a role in it, then we're going to miss opportunity. So I'm going to hand it over here to Mary so she can talk about how powering achievement plays a role in us achieving all of the goals that we have on our AOP and in our P&L. So Mary, over to you.
Well, you just took the words right out of my mouth, Chris. So that's terrific. Powering achievement is a business process that is enabled by HR. You can see on the screen now what the form looks like and where you can find it in the reference library. We've pre-populated the 2024 goal plan for you, and that will be cascaded down all the way to the team lead level. Several years ago, we replaced performance reviews and performance appraisals with powering achievement. This now becomes our foundation. And if you remember back in the party house, it was in the foundation of the party house that powering achievement is listed. It's a two-way conversation where we have goal clarity and goal alignment. And when we have those things, we win. You have the ability to populate down to the team lead level by individual role, how each role fits into the achievement of the goals. That's at the DTL level, at the STL level, and at the team lead level. Can you go to the next slide? Great. So we have conversation guides to help you. It is a two-way conversation. We remember that we are driving our strategy forward through goal alignment and goal clarity, which is how we win. Through coaching, guidance, check-ins, teaching, and communication, we recognize and we empower our teams. And we remember that powering achievement is not what we do, it's who we are. So please embrace these forms. I know a lot of you already got out ahead and did your forms for the year. This can change over time, but that's why we pre-populated the entire goals for 2024. And as we update them throughout the course of time, you can continue to modify and have those check-ins. We want the check-ins done at a minimum at a quarterly timing down to the team lead level. So again, thank you very much for your attention. And we know we'll win when we do these things together.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Mary. Look, and this is just one of the best opportunities, store team leaders, that you have to really connect your team to what we can achieve when we work together, right? So sometimes I think these things kind of can feel like just something we have to do. Really shift that mindset to something that we get to do with our teams to engage them and really connect them to the results that we can drive in our business, right? One, it's going to get them more excited about what's going on in the store, and it's going to just help us grow this organization and this business and the opportunities that we have out there. So Mary, thanks so much for covering and sharing that with our store team leaders today. This is great stuff, and I think we've got great tools out there to help our team succeed. All right, speaking of great tools, great things going on, I want to share just a couple of things that are happening in the stores or have happened recently to help support you in achieving our AOP goals and really the success for this year. So one of the first things, and we just released this last 2 weeks ago, is the updated DTL visit process. So while obviously that impacts our district team leaders, we know where they go to do their visits, right? It's in stores. So this was really designed to help them have, purposeful, intentional visits in your store, and they should be designed to help you be successful, right? So, we want those to continue to be value added to you as store team leaders. And, one, district team leaders, group of district team leaders got together, updated and built this. So this was a program that was built by district team leaders for district team leaders in support of the stores. So you guys will get to see those happening, and be the beneficiaries of, more intentional, targeted DTL visits to help you grow your business and be more successful in your store. So I think this has been a great update, and we'll continue to see the fruits of this bear out for the rest of the year. The other thing that just launched, in fact, we're in the week of this launch in the stores. We had the STL Party Cast that you guys saw last week. You've had a chance to look at that. Your district team leaders would have had a conversation and a call and an update with you guys earlier this week. And now it's time to start doing the certification process. So district team leaders over the next several weeks will be certifying all of you as STLs to make sure you're ready to coach your team to be really great in that LOD role that, Bill was mentioning earlier, what that means. It's that role versus a thing, right? And what we can accomplish by having a really good leader on duty culture in our stores and what that means for our team and what that means for our customers, it's all upside. If we can really nail this down, I know that we're going to have a better experience in our store for everybody. And this is another one where we had district team leaders bringing your ideas to life. So this would be a reality that we could execute in the store. So another program that really was designed and built by field leadership for field leadership to be successful. So I'm really excited about what this looks like. And we'll be excited to see this as the district team leaders get into the stores, and then store team leaders, as you begin to certify your team leads, your key holders in your stores to be better, more effective leader on duties in your store. And this is a great opportunity for personal development, right? This leader on duty program is ultimately what's going to help you build strong succession planning in your store as well, so that we can develop key holders into team leads and team leads into store team leaders. And even as we get high potential team members, to set them up for success to make that jump into a key holder and eventually a team lead. So this all connects together with us building that team and that talent pool to grow this business. If we're going to open 150 to 200 stores over the course of the next 4 and 5 years, we're going to continue to need talent in every area of this business to continue to grow, so that when we open these new stores, we're putting experienced leaders into these buildings so they hit the ground running. And the leader on duty is the foundation of being able to do that. So I'm super excited about having this new relaunch in our stores. All right. Next, we've got the weekly party plan and the daily party plan. So again, field designed ideas that came from you to help the weekly party plan be a more effective tool for you as store team leaders to plan your week out, communicate with your team, and the daily party plan to bring it to life every single day. So this is, again, it's a tool for you. We took feedback from over the last year or so that's come from store team leaders and district team leaders and implemented it. This was closely connected to the Leader on Duty project that we were working on. So these two go hand in hand. We want more feedback. So you will see a survey that comes out next week that will have given you an opportunity to see 2 of the new weekly party plans and daily party plans launch out to the stores. We're going to ask you what you guys think. What's working well? What else would you like to see? What would you like to see maybe change in a different way in the future? So you guys will get that opportunity, and I'd love to see 713 pieces of feedback come back to tell us what's good, what's bad, what could be better. So hopefully the changes that we made are really resonating and helping you, but let us know where we can do better to help build this for the future for sure. All right. And it all kind of starts with Party Central and having one place to go. And we just refreshed and created a whole new look and feel to Party Central. So a big shout out to John Spadaccini from Store Communication, who really was taking feedback over the last year from all of you and how we can design this and make it easier. And it's one of those things, I think probably at first glance, it's really different from what it looked like before. And then you really start to look at it and dang, it's like so much more useful and effective for you guys as store team leaders to find things quickly. It's bright, it's easy to navigate. You see exactly what you need all in one place, and you can get to those things. More things are 1 click away versus 2, 3, 4 clicks down in different areas. So again, thank you guys for all of your feedback and allowing us to make better tools for all of you. Please keep that feedback coming so that we can continue to make improvements. These are just the beginning. This is certainly not the end. And then finally, most relevant right now is we released the Easter Win the Season guide yesterday. So we are hopping right along to Easter, which is a week and a half away. Sorry, I had to get one in. See, it's what happens when we're like 55 minutes into the call. Look, so great opportunity to really close out March and close out Q1 really strong with Easter. We're going to continue to push this through, and we have lots of product to sell. Item of the week, I'm going to keep saying this. I know I was talking to a couple of different groups this week. We got Peeps as item of the week this week. We got Peeps as item of the week next week. Let's sell them all, right? Let's really show what happens when we get behind the item of the week program. This is a lot of incremental dollars that we can put if we sell through all of the Peeps in the store, and that's going to help us drive some sales. You know, a couple of dollars at a time makes a huge difference overall. At the same time, we also released the post-Easter transition. So this will get us into summer. Again, it's an accelerated transition plan. We've actually seen some really good feedback and seen some good results in a quick transition post St. Patrick's Day. We will have an Easter clearance event, very much like we did for St. Patrick's Day. So they will run 75% off for about 2 weeks after Easter. As you're transitioning in really the 2 days after Easter into full summer. This is making a difference in our business, being able to have a clearance event as well as transition into the new business very quickly. So not all of them will be 2-day transitions. Obviously, we've got some other big ones coming up as we get into the summer and we start talking about Halloween. But we will continue to accelerate these to get in and out of seasons as fast as possible. We will continue to run clearance events. We are going to get further and further away from pack away to get through 100% sell through. We're not going to get there quite yet, but the more we sell up front, the more we sell on these clearance events and keeping it out in front of the customer, we're seeing good incremental sales coming from these categories on the tail of these clearance events. And one, it is incremental sales for us, but it also is a reduction in the pack away and stuff we have to put in boxes till next year. The ultimate goal here is that we're going to work ourselves out of pack away. We won't have to pack the stuff up. We won't have to have a bunch of storage. We'll be able to move through 100% sell through and make it so much better for everyone in the organization and freeing them up, right? So really good stuff that the team has been working on, and really these are all there to support each of you. So quick recap of everything we've got from today's call, right? So Bill talked us through all the successful things that we've seen and done and accomplished in Q1. One, congratulations and a huge, huge, huge thank you to all of you and your teams for making that happen. You know, tie together these two pieces of looking at the new Q2 goals and powering achievement really for the rest of the year. So as we get these quarterly updates, it's a great trigger for you to have those powering achievement conversations with all of your team members in your store. April is Balloon Month. So let's take advantage of that huge opportunity so that we can sell the hell out of balloons. We've got a new planogram coming with lots of cool new product. We're going to dial in these departments. So we are 100% set to brand standards, and our district team leaders are going to follow up and make sure that you have everything you need to be successful to sell. And this is perfect timing to make sure we're really ready for graduation and the summer season, summer birthday season. So I think we've got tons of upside opportunity here. We've got Easter right around the corner, and we've got the tools, we've got win the season. So take advantage of that information to help set you up for these last 10 days before Easter to maximize the sales opportunity that we have. There are a lot of opportunities that we have for, balloons and using that both as decor as well as something, well, who wouldn't want balloons from the Easter Bunny? I will take balloons from the Easter Bunny, right? So tie these two things together, take the inspiration from that, and really let's finish strong where we don't always think of Easter as a balloon season. We absolutely can manufacture sales by using grab and go and the Bouquets Made Easier. Look, we may not have a whole lot of Easter balloons out there, but we can take some of those Easter super shapes. We can use the pastel colors, and we can certainly set the scene for our customers of how they could use balloons to have a little bit more fun with their Easter celebration in their store. So, guys, there's a lot going on in the store. Keep rolling with all the great things that you're doing and the achievements. We can check all the boxes in Q2 as well. I know there were a couple of questions and stuff that came in. Let's see if we can answer those. Excellent. Yep. I thought there was a ton of stuff going back and forth. So great question on the balloons, the balloon bags. That is something that we continue to look at and trying to work through. So look, first step was we got high float included with all balloon orders as we start that in April, and trust me, balloon bags is on the list as well. So we are working through what our options are there and how we can make that happen for everybody. So great call out. And anything else we need in chat here? We've got most of those answered. So all right. Anything that we missed, we'll certainly put as a follow-up when we release the recording out to the field, so that if you missed anything, you can circle back to that. Guys, thanks everybody for your time today. Thanks for joining. Let's have a great finish to the second quarter. And again, thank you all for all of your hard work, and we will talk to you all next month. Thanks, everyone.